His topic are investigation of asymmetries in fish assemblages, in fish assemblages in sanctuary, partially protected, open areas, of course, when I've done mapping using MPA using baited remote underwater video. Just to take everyone backwards, due to overexploitation, poor sustainability fishing methods, climate change, pollution, and all other things, and other problems like mining, then we have increasing human population. All those things, we find them are exerting pressure on our oceans, and then we find that our oceans will have declining number of fish species and declining biodiversity. So then we find the need to have marine protected areas, MPAs, so that we can be able to restrict human activities in the interest of protecting the fish species, biodiversity, ecosystem, and fish. Okay, sorry. So looking at the stats, we have our MPAs. We have like 2.3 of our oceans in the world are MPAs, and of that 2.3%, 0.8% are no-take zones. So in South Africa, the first MPAs was proclaimed in 1964, which was Tsitsikamma, and currently we have about 21 MPAs. 8 of those are no-take zones, and that covers about 20% of our coastline. So generally, MPAs are either limiting or allowing consumptive activities or completely protected from extractive. Okay. In so many cases, MPAs achieve conservation and biodiversity goals, and they are the pillars of marine conservation. So there's a need to be able to understand what's happening in our MPAs, so that you can be able to link the patterns between MPAs and adjacent areas, and so that we can also be able to compare these with other open areas where fishing is not limited. So that's why the Ezemvelo started using baited remote underwater video to study the MPAs, so that we can be able to see these links of MPAs and adjacent areas, also with open areas. So just to go back with the other methods that are used for monitoring in MPAs, we use our underwater visual sensors, where divers will dive with scuba diving and snorkeling, and then we have remote capture where people will fish out and then take out the fish and sometimes measure it or tag it. So these two methods have been linked with some disadvantages, like UVC is linked to being biased and has some observer errors with variation in behavior of response of fish to divers, and sometimes divers are limited by the depths that they can dive to. So with the remote capture, it is destructive to the environment due to removing individuals from population. Now, due to the traditional samplings like this having some problem, it has come to attention that photographic and video techniques have been developed, and they are developing as we are doing the research underwater. So BRUV is not completely different from these methods too. So it is alternate and is complementary to this development like UVC. The only difference is that in BRUV we use bait to attract fish, and it is non-destructive and non-extractive. So it is suitable for sampling in no-take zones where you will not disturb our fish communities. And it is an effective technique for monitoring top-level predators. So just to take everyone through, this is how our BRUV looks like. This is the rig that we use to deploy this underwater. So here, this is where we mount our camera, a GoPro camera, and then from here we have a PVC pad that is about a meter long from here to the canister, and then we have weights here on the sides of our BRUV. The weights is for exerting pressure down, like getting gravity, so that just in case we have strong currents, our BRUV will be able to withstand those currents. And then on top of the BRUV here, we've attached a bungee rope. The bungee rope is for BRUV to be able to have to be able to stretch, so that if anything pulls it won't snap, nothing will snap. And then on top of this bungee rope, we attach this rope, the normal rope that we use for pulling the BRUV up. And then on top of that rope, onto the surface, we have these buoys, then 2 of these buoys. And then this is how it looks like when it's sitting underwater. So this material here, these are the materials that are basic material that you need for BRUV. So if you don't have any of this material, you cannot be able to perform sampling, because each of one of these materials are important. So this is how our base looks like. We have to chop it into smaller sizes that can be able to come out of this sometimes. And then we freeze it a day before, so that when we take it out to the sea, it starts getting to the water, it starts defrosting, and then the plain plugs will come out, and then this attracts the fish. So now sampling sites. We have like 7 sampling sites that we're looking forward to sampling, but for now we have done 5, which is KZN, Tuma, Leadsman, and Aliwal in the MPAs, and then we've done BRUV, and we're looking to do this in the near future. So the methods that we use for sampling is that we, in the MPAs, will sample in the no-take zone and outside of the no-take zone. And then for each sampling, we deploy 2 BRUVs. Each BRUV, the first BRUV will be 200, we deploy first BRUV, and then we deploy another one 200 meters away of that. And then after an hour of recording, then we'll pick up those 2 BRUVs, and then we change the necessary tools, like we change the camera, we change the battery, and then we refill the canister. Therefore, each site will have like 4 deployments, so that we can be able to create something like a square from the first BRUV to the second one, and then we take them up and then we deploy in the other 200 meters away. So 4 BRUVs, why we deploy 4 BRUVs, so that we can be able to increase our efficiency, and then we record the metadata like GPS, weather, depths, and other stuff. And then in the near future, we're looking to have temperature recorders deployed with our BRUV, so that you can be able to get temperature recording. Here, this is one of the pictures that was taken in Leadsman. This is one of the special pictures, because this is a rare moment where we see 2 potato parts in our footage. And then this picture was taken. This picture is from the footage from BRUV, where this totally out of nowhere just came along this way, and then even paused for a camera at some point. And then this is what we get sometimes. You get the kisses, oops, and then you get some overwhelming kisses too. Okay, yes, I know in this abstract it was written that we were hoping that by this time we'll have results, but we don't have results for now. We just started with our analysis. So when we're doing our analysis, this is what we do. We identify each and every species up to species level using some literature, and we also consult some experts if we have a problem. So all the still frames that we take from the videos, we store them for another project that is parallel running to this project, and it's run by my colleagues, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. And then this, when we're analyzing, these are the first 3 things that we look forward to getting out of our video, which is TOFS, time of first sight. For time of first sight, if you started playing the video, if you've started playing the video, and then as soon as you see a first fish, you pause the video, and then you count how many species you see there, and you identify the species, and then 17 minutes, 17 seconds, and then we change it to 17. Yes, and then you take this, you count these species, and then you record them that you have 3 species that you've seen, and then you go back to record the time of first sight, which is here. Okay, let me just skip this. Yes, from that picture, you have three slinger species, so you will record them, and then this is time of first sight. You record it here for the first time when you see it, and then you record the maximum number of species you saw at that time, and then as the video continues playing, if you saw, like in one frame, if you saw like an increased number of that same species, so you go back and then you change this, that now I've seen like 17 slingers, so at the time was like 23:04 seconds. So now I'll take you through some pictures that we have. This is the dive team when we are deploying in Shoal. So these are the pictures from Shoal where we've seen slinger species to be of high abundance there. And then this is in 2 Mile, in Isimangaliso Wetland. And then this is in Leadsman. This one 16. So now the fish catalogue I was talking about. So what happens now, once we've identified the species, the fishes, and then we take all the photos. One of my colleagues is working with this catalogue. This is one of the projects that we're looking to contribute to with our species, so that we can be able to have our fish catalogue in Ezemvelo. So he's trying to create a program that will be able to store species on its own by identifying the species, and then it can be able to store itself. So I'm not going to explain more on this because it's still something that is in stages of research. So when you want to go back, maybe if you've identified a species like this and then you can't tell what is it, you can be able to go back to the video without even looking for the video in the video. So you just do it here, and then you click your video here, and then it just plays. So in concluding remark, understanding fish community, these projects will help with understanding fish communities and assemblages in KZN MPAs. Plus, this project will help generate information which will provide more insights about marine environment and help marine managers make scientific sound decisions as far as marine biodiversity and marine conservation is concerned. Thank you. But then I'm going to play a video. I'd like to acknowledge these people for helping out with our research. So now I'm going to play a video from that catalogue to see what it's going to work like. Yeah, this was our first attempt. Sorry, there's no sound. Okay. This is what we call perfect landing. This is in Leadsman, in Isimangaliso Park, where this parallel bus comes by. And one of the days this parallel bus will get us in trouble because we have to create a new canister. This is in Sexy, and this is one of the beautiful caves. I like to call this a cave. we write there is some princess is going to come in and pose for you guys. So, wait for it. There she comes. Look at me now. Thank you for your time.